Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we take and discuss a very important chapter of your syllabus which is surface area and volumes. Now in today's class we take and discuss a very important chapter of your syllabus which is surface area and volumes, and in that class we already discuss all the important shape and solids related to surface area and volumes. Now in today's class we take and solve some important questions based on surface area and volumes. Okay, so you know that in that chapter we discuss about the top shapes. We discuss about the shapes cube, cuboid, sphere, okay, right circular cylinder, etc. These are very important for you and your upcoming examination. Now dear students, so first of all we take a very important chapter, very important questions based on these topics. Okay, now let's see. First of all, we take a very important question based on the topic conversion of the topic. You know that if we convert one shape of solid into the another shape of solid, then in that condition their volume will be same. So we take a very important question, and the question is, a solid metallic sphere, and this is very important question. A solid metallic sphere, a solid metallic sphere, a solid metallic sphere of radius 10.5 centimeter of radius 10.5 centimeter is melted and recast into is melted and recast into is melted and then recast into a number of smaller cones, recast into a number of a number of a number of smaller cones. Okay, each of radius 3.5 centimeter, each of radius 3.5 centimeter and height 3 centimeter, and height 3 centimeter. Find the number of cones so formed. Find the number of cones so formed. Find the number of cones so formed. Dear friends, this is the very important questions based on this term. Now let's see its solution. First of all, dear friends, this is the questions based on the conversion of solids. One type of solid converted into the another types of solid. Now look, here a solid metallic sphere of radius 10.5 centimeter is converted into the smaller cones. Now in that condition, let n be the required number of cones. Let n small n be the number of cones so formed. Let us consider n be the number of cones so formed. That is, then volume of sphere is equal to n into volume of each cones, n into volume of each cones. Okay, volume of each cone. Now volume of a sphere, you know that the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube is equal to n into volume of each cone is equal to what? 1 by 3 pi r square h. So now 1 by 3 pi r dash square l we take. Okay, now look. So now this is pi and 3 cancel to each other. Now we put all these values, that is 4 into r cube. R is the radius of a sphere. This is 10.5 centimeter. So here we get as 10.5 into 10.5 into 10.5. Now is equal to n into r dash square into h. R dash is what? Each of radius 3.5, no? So 3.5 into 3.5 into h is what? The height of the cone height is 3 centimeter. Okay. So here we put 3. Now we simplify that relation. Okay. Now look. Now dear friends, look, from there we get n is equal to 4 into 10.5 into 10.5 into 10.5 divided by 3.5 into 3.5 into 3. Okay, now we simplify them and we get our result. Now this decimal cancel to each other, this one also cancel to each other. Now we get 3 times cancel to each other. Now 3 times cancel to this one, and now 1 3 cancel to each other. So we get 4 into 3, okay, into 10.5. Now what I do, we just multiply them, dear friends. Look. So we get number of cones so formed is 4 3s are 12 into 10.5. So now we multiply them. 10.5 into 12. Check. 126. So now required value is n is equal to 126 cones. So this is the required solution. Thus, dear student, in for that question, the number of cones so formed is 126. This is the very important result. This is a very important question related to your topic. So dear student, this is the topic based on the conversion of solids. So here for that, in that question, ki metallic sphere having radius sum and it converted and recast into the right circular cone, into the what? Right circular cones having each of radius and height is given. So we find the such cones, we find the number of cones so formed. So dear student, for this is the very important topic, and this is the topic based on conversion of solids. So in for that question, in that all that type of questions, first we in that condition volume will be same there. So volume for that question, the volume of sphere having radius 10.5 centimeter, having radius 10.5 centimeter is equal to the n we take as the number of cones so formed into volume of each cones. So we apply that condition, and after putting all the formulas, values and simplify them, we get the required solution, that is 126 cones are formed for that question. So in this way, dear student, you can solve each and every questions of your syllabus based on that topic. So please, dear student, do more and more practices of that type of questions. Now we take and solve some other important questions based on volume, surface area and volumes. Now we take a very important question of your syllabus, and the question is 3 cubes of a metal, 3 cubes of a metal, 3 cubes of a metal whose edges are in the ratio, whose edges are in the ratio, are in the whose edges are in the ratio 3:4:5, 3:4:5, are melted and converted into a are melted and converted into a single cube, whose diagonal is 12 under root 3, whose diagonal is 12 under root 3 centimeter. Find the edges of the 3 cubes. Find the edges of the 3 cubes. Now let's see its solution. Dear friend, this is a very important questions based on the conversion of the solid. Let's see what is the process to solve that type of question. Here 3 cubes of a metal whose edges are in the ratio is given. First of all, we take it, the edges of the 3 cubes are, let the edges of 3 cubes are 3x, 4x and 5x respectively. Okay, that is A1 is 3x, A2 is 4x and A3 is 5x respectively. A3 is 5x respectively. Now look, here melted and converted into a single cube. So in that condition, volume of all 3 cubes, sum of the volumes of all 3 cubes is equal to the volume of the single cube. So let the side, so according to question, the sum of volumes of all 3 cubes is equal to the volume of the single cube. Okay, volume of the single cube, that is sum of the volume of all cubes. This is V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to V. This is the volume of the single cube. So now we know that the volume of a cube is what, side cube. So here V1 is what, this is A1 cube plus A2 cube plus A3 cube now is equal to A cube. Here A with the side of a single cube. But look, the side of a single cube is not given in our question, but its diagonal is given. And we know that if A be the side of the single cube, then its diagonal will be, diagonal will be root 3 into side. And root 3 into side is equal to 12 under root 3. Root 3 cancel to each other. Thus, each edge of the single cube is what? 12 centimeter. Edge of the single cube is what? That is 12 centimeter. Now here we put all the values. So A1 is what? A1 is what? 3x. This is 3x cube plus a2 is what? 4x. This is 4x cube. a3 is what? 5x. So 5x cube is equal to a cube. A is the age of single cube. That is 12 cube. 12 into 12 into 12. Now, what I do? We simplify that 3 is 27x cube. This is 64x cube plus 125x cube is equal to 144 into 12. We can write. Now we just simplify them. Let's see. Now look, now we adding them there, student. 27, this is 27, this is 64, this is 125. Now look, 216. So look, this is 216 x cube is equal to 144 into 12. So that is x cube is equal to 144 into 12 upon 216. Now we can write as this is 12 upon this is what? 6 whole cube. We can write it this way. So this implies that x cube is equal to 12 upon 6. 12 upon 6, that is 6 to the 12. So the value of x is what? 2. Thus, in this way we find the value of x, that is 2. Now look. Now look. Now the edges of all three cubes is a1 is what? 3 into 2, that is 6 centimeter. This is first answer. a2 is what? This is 4x. This is second one. And the third edges, last edges of the cube is edges of third cube is what? This is 5x. So these are the required solution of the given question. So in this way, dear student, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on this topic. Now we take and solve some other important question based on surface area and volumes. Now look, we take a very now then find the ratio of the volume. Find the ratio of the volume of a cube to volume of a cube to that of a sphere, which will exactly fit inside the cube? Fit inside the cube. This is also a very important question based on the surface area and volume. Now look, let's see its solution. We find the ratio of the volume of a cube to that of a sphere, which will exactly fit inside the cube. Suppose that this is the cube of the sphere and this is a sphere. Let R be the radius of the sphere. So let us consider R be the radius of the sphere. Let us consider R be the radius of sphere. Then it is clear that the each edge of cube is what, 2R. This is the each edge of. Then it's clear that each edge of cube will be 2R. Then it is clear that each edge of the cube will be 2R. Now what I do? Now we just find the ratio of the volume of a cube that is required. So that is the volume of cube, required ratio volume of cube to the volume of I sphere. Now look, that is V1 upon V2. Now look, what is the formula for volume of cube? We know that the volume of cube is what? Side cube. So let A be the side of cube. That is side cube upon volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. So here we write 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now look, we put all the values. Now each edge of cube is what, 2R. So now look, V1 upon V2 is equal to V1 upon V2, this is 2R cube upon, this is 4 by 3 pi into R, right? R as it is because we take R with the radius. 2 to the 4 to the, this is 8R cube into 3 upon 4 pi into R cube cancel to each other, 4 to the 8. So the required ratio is V1, so 2 3 is 6 upon pi, that is V1 ratio V2 is equal to 6 ratio pi. This is the required solution of the given question. So in this way, dear student, you can solve all the important questions based on surface area and volumes in this way. So please dear students, do more and more practices of that type of question, and after that you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on surface areas and volumes. Okay. Thus, dear friends, in next class we take and solve some other important questions based on surface area and volume. First of all, you revise all the questions which we will discuss in that class and also in previous classes. After that, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise. Okay, dear friends. So please do more and more practices. Okay, now thanks to all.